The Wizard of Oz method is a moderated research method in which a user interacts with an interface that appears to be working on its own, but is actually controlled to some degree by a person. The method takes its name from the children's novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, where the main character Dorothy and her friends meet a giant head that appears to be the great and powerful Wizard of Oz, only to learn that it's just a person operating machinery behind a curtain. When using the Wizard of Oz method, you have a facilitator and a user, like in a normal usability test. And you also need someone behind the scenes to play the wizard. The wizard controls some element of the interface. So when the user interacts with the interface, whether it's typing in information or selecting a button, the wizard is there making the interface respond in real time as if it's fully built and operational. Picture this. Imagine a team is designing a new chatbot that will help customers with support inquiries. The team wants to learn how users would interact with it. For example, what kinds of questions might they ask? Such as, can you help me recover my password? And what responses the chatbot should provide, such as, yes, I'm here to help. Instead of programming a fully functional chatbot, they create a simple prototype that incorporates an existing messaging platform. Behind the scenes, there's a team member providing responses to the user in the session from their phone, pretending to be the chatbot. It's a great way to see how real people would talk to the bot and learn what responses work best without the hassle and cost of coding it. So you may wonder, do you always need to use the Wizard of Oz method in your usability studies? The answer is no. Often, simpler prototypes with static content work fine to answer most research questions. The Wizard of Oz method is only needed when a normal prototype with static content wouldn't help you learn what you need to learn, such as how users might respond to real-time personalized feedback, for example, or how they might interact with an AI service, such as a chatbot. It gives you a glimpse into how users would interact with a new, complex system without spending any money or time building it. If you've decided a Wizard of Oz is needed, there are a few things to think about. Follow these 5 steps. The first step is to create a prototype. Depending on what you're trying to simulate, you could use a design software like Figma, code a prototype, or repurpose existing technology to mimic new functionality. For example, you could use an existing messaging platform like text messages to simulate a chatbot interface. As a second step, decide what kind of responses the wizard will provide. You and your team should decide, will you have set responses the wizard needs to choose from? Or will you allow them to create responses as they go? Or maybe you'll allow a mix of both. Next, it's a good idea to lay out your game plan in a study protocol to document your study goals, who will play which role, how you'll run the study, including which responses the wizard will give and how. This ensures everyone is on the same page. The fourth step is to choose your wizard. Ideally, this is someone who is very familiar with your product concept, the responses, and is comfortable navigating or controlling the prototype. Finally, do a test run. It's always wise to conduct a pilot study to allow the wizard and facilitator to practice their roles. This can ensure a smooth, authentic experience for participants that maintains the illusion of the Wizard of Oz.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of our UX videos, take a look at these over here and consider subscribing to our channel. On our website and ingroup.com, you can access our free library of over 2,000 articles. You can also register for one of our UX courses that offer live, hands-on UX training.